Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and whatever time it is. I hope you are having a good one. Welcome back to House Flipper 2 with Rash Decision. If you enjoy this type of content, please leave me a like, subscribe, and maybe even a comment to let me know. Enjoy the video. Welcome back. We are back on the Cabin in the Woods build is what I'm calling this one, I believe. After I finished the previous episode and got it all wrapped up and everything, I'll be honest, I was looking at the slate and I felt like it's a little bit too strong for what I'm doing with it. If I was doing like contemporary in here, it'd be wonderful, but I'm not. I'm doing like wood and earth tones. I'm thinking about turning this back into the cobblestone, like this, or I guess flagstone really is what this would be. Mostly just to have some cohesion with the interior aesthetic that I'm building. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. In fact, I'm going to leave the foundation as like that as well. I wasn't sure how I was going to do the foundation. I was thinking about maybe like turning into smooth concrete or brick. But if I do the fireplace and the mantle and the chimney and leave it in this flagstone, then I'm going to leave the foundation and the flagstone as well. I'm probably going to change out this railing to boot. And one thing I did mention previously is I do want to leave like these vines, and I'm going to leave a couple. I'm going to actually put up a few more just to give it kind of like the rustic aesthetic. Maybe like wrap this corner in it as well. See what I can do with it. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into it. Hold on. right, that's gonna actually do it for this one. I had a little bit of trouble because I kept changing my mind about how to do a couple of things, but that's just creative process for you. As it currently stands, I'm really liking this green. I can't get enough of it, so it's absolutely gonna stay. Love the combinations of using like the multiple kinds of wood in like different places, especially like this aged oak. I know it's like a stained pine, but I was looking for something that had like a lot of texture, like a lot of bump mapping to it that I could make into like a stained, not a stain, aged oak. Which, if you've ever worked with oak in the real world, after it sits for a while, like this is oak. This is just a standard American oak. But after it's sat for a while and aged, this is the kind of color that it turns into. And it takes years. It takes sometimes decades, depending on the cut of wood that you actually get. I actually just spotted a spot that needs to be painted. I'll come back to it later. I don't really have time right now. But yeah, this is what oak turns into after it's been aged. So I thought it would be like a really good combination to put with like the oak flooring. I had like that darker flooring previously that I was trying to use as like aged oak, but I felt like it was too strong as flooring. So I wanted a lighter color flooring. I wanted the oak to kind of the aged oak to offset the green like I did in the office in the PC house, and of course like the black accents on the windows, that kind of thing, and the very earthy tones with using like the shiplap walls and this stone fireplace and the stone wood stove up here, things like that. And of course, when I use like these really geometric angles, offsetting them with these rounded edges, especially when I'm having like wood travel up the edge like this is very easy to do in the real world. This is not a problem to do. What you would do is you would just boil water, use the water to soak the water into the wood, the boiled water, and while it's still really hot, that wood becomes very malleable, very formable. So you would just form it into this L like this very easily, because forming an L along that weaker axis is very easy to do. So having like these walls that kind of roll down and kind of join into the ceiling like that, and this one here that rolls up at the top and rolls back in on itself and then turns into the green wall. These are very cool ideas that I had just out of the blue. And that's what I mean by creative process, is when you have like little cool ideas that kind of just hit you out of nowhere. Like having this big beam that is supporting this beam up here, and maybe like it's like glued together or something like that, and it joins into this wall over here, and it's holding up like this beam right here. You know, all of that interconnectivity. I love stuff like this, especially when I can make it work just like this. I'm not sure if I'm going to turn this into another beam, because I didn't really want... I may move this forward by one again and just let this be a beam and let it kind of rejoin the wall like right over there. But I don't want it to be a beam, because you'll get lost in the fact that these surfaces are equal. So it would just all be one texture. So it would look like this over here. I didn't really want to do that. And of course the shelves, I had a little bit of trouble finding a good equilibrium with the shelves, and I ended up, I'm sure you saw, like I built the whole thing and then I was like, no, I don't like that, and I tore the whole thing down. And that's where a lot of time of this episode went. Just really trying new things and throwing them away. But that is the creative process for you, and I am very happy with this result. I'm so looking forward to doing this, because I want to put like a wall lantern like right here, and like display lights shining down all along the back of these shelves, and I want to put like stuff in front of the lights, that sort of thing. I think this is gonna be really cool. The other idea I had is also hiding the lights in these like little nooks off to the side, or using like the corner lights way up here in the front corner. I think that'd be cool too. So we'll experiment with that as I go forward. I do plan to put full molding everywhere. At least everywhere that there's green. I don't want to put molding over top of like the shiplap, because I think it's going to look a little bit weird, but I will try it. I will at least attempt it to see how it looks. I might do something a little bit different on the shiplap. I'm not sure, but I know that all the walls that have green, those will all be getting full molding, as at least as far as I can go. So like up here, I can't really do molding up here, but that's okay because it has this brilliant, absolutely gnarly fucking yellow wood, and it's perfectly fine as it is. All it needs is like that little strip that goes along the bottom, and that would be perfectly fine. Like I don't have to do anything up top, so I'm not really worried about that. Those crazy angles right there. Let's see. Was there anything else I wanted to mention in the bathroom? I didn't really know what to do. This may end up getting changed, mostly because I'm not super big fan of how this came out. I might redo the bathroom. In here, this is just going to be a utility closet, so it doesn't matter what it looks like in here. It's just something to contain like the boiler and a couple other things. So we're going to leave that alone. Of course, this is going to be the kitchen. So the kitchen side. This wall may also be redone. I'm not sure. Let me get the kitchen in there and then we'll get back to it. But for now, that's going to be it. Have a good one, my dudes. Cheers.